The answer is yes. There's absolutely a design that is 99% better than the iconic BENCHMADE BUGOUT. Regardless of the materials, this happens to be M4 steel and G10 handle, you would choose on this model. There is another design that BENCHMADE actually came out with after the success of the BUGOUT that I think absolutely smokes what the BUGOUT brings to the table. And it is the BENCHMADE TAGGEDOUT series. This blade is epic in 3 major ways that I'm going to highlight with you that destroys what the BUGOUT is. There's that 1 percentile factor that we have to weigh. You know, nothing's perfect. That the BUGOUT still might be, you know, a little bit better. But we're going to dive into what those 3 categories are. I got some competitive options, one of which is not a BENCHMADE, for us to consider when we are talking about slim, lightweight folders, especially as we're getting into summertime when you're possibly looking at a blade that easily will fit in gym shorts or lightweight slacks when the temperature gets warm. So we're gonna have some fun today. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Thanks for hanging with me. I'm Aaron. This is Gideonstactical. Let's have some fun. Now, right from the get-go, the first thing that the TAGGEDOUT gets right that the BUGOUT does not is the eye candy factor. This design is so much more striking, looks so good, and it really connected with me. As soon as I saw it was released, I was like, I gotta get my hands on one of these. The little cut-ins, the orange pops, the green, the clip point design, all the little aesthetic points to desirability, a cool factor that the BUGOUT is never going to bring. It is so vanilla, it's saying ice, ice, baby. Every time it opens, instead of a click, you hear ice, ice, baby, ice, ice, baby. That's how vanilla the design is. Now, maybe that's part of its success because whether you like it or not, the BENCHMADE BUGOUT has absolutely shifted the entire pocket knife arena with tons of companies trying to release BUGOUT killers over the years. I mean, even Walmart's got in on the game with their Ozark Trail, you know, taking that same kind of plumb line kind of idea and then just, you know, slapping on a bunch of cheap Chinese parts, but for a cheap beater knife, I mean, it's not hard to complain with. So that is the first factor that the BUGOUT does not bring to the table for me. It just doesn't look cool. I mean, when you put it up, it's not eye candy, man. Which one do you gravitate to? Leave a comment below. Visually speaking, as soon as you see it laying there. If we laid these down and you didn't know what they were made of, you didn't know who made them, which one would you personally connect with? I know for me, and want to grab and carry, it would absolutely be the TAGGEDOUT design over the BUGOUT design. Now, the second thing that the TAGGEDOUT gets right are the steel choices. This G10 version has S45 VN steel. This steel, in my opinion, far superior to the S30V that comes on the standard BUGOUTs. It's going to have the same edge retention, it's going to be tougher than S30V, and be more rust resistant. So on every level, it's just something I prefer. I gravitate to that. I'm just not a huge fan of S30V. It's fine, but I'll choose other steels if I have a choice. And on the flip side, if you look at the Grivory version of the TAGGEDOUT, it comes in CPM 154. Also a steel that I absolutely love and would take over S30V. It's just a preference for me, but I want to know from you guys, what do you think of the S30V that BENCHMADE uses on their base model BUGOUTs, and which of the 2 other variants, S45, CPM 154, connect with you more? Now to that third and most important reason the TAGGEDOUT smokes the BUGOUT. But before we get to that, I'm out here on a day hike testing out different pieces of gear and equipment, and one piece of gear I'm testing right now is a new inline water filtration system brought to us by the sponsor of today's video, Hardside Hydration. I know for years now we've been wanting an inline filter for our favorite hands-free water bottle attached system that I've told you guys about for years now. Well, they recently came out with the Nano filter. This little filter is super simple. It's literally just like plug and play. You put the hose onto the filter and then scoop up your dirty water into your Nalgene and start drinking. That's literally all you have to do. The best part, Not only does it filter out bacteria, but it can also filter out viruses, which many over-the-counter, just basic water filtration systems are not going to be able to do. So it kicks it up a notch. You may be saying to yourself, all right, well, like how much is this thing? $30, $30 for this inline filtration system. It's not like drinking a smoothie or a milkshake through a straw. I mean, it's a fast-flowing item, and it just totally streamlines the whole system, and I'm definitely going to be using it a ton this summer because it just makes getting water that much easier. So I'm gonna have a link popping up as well as in the description box below over to the Hardside Hydration site. I have my 10% off promo code. You guys can apply towards your purchase, and I invite you to just explore and see what they have not only in their swig rig and ultra swig rig, but now with the nano filter. Because honestly, who doesn't want a more streamlined water filtration process? Size, baby. The third and final reason the tagged out is better than the bug out is its size. It is larger by just a little bit right where it counts. And if we can get something a little bit bigger, why wouldn't we? Now, the bug out is not bad at 3¼ inches blade length. The handle is 4.2, but you can see there, I mean, I am just about off on the handle there with my large size hands, 3¼ span width right there. And if I can get just a little bit more, why wouldn't I? Well, the blade is 3½ inches, so we get a 1/4 inch more cutting edge. Just means more real estate to slice with, baby. And it's not going to be any thicker at 0.09. So it's just as slicey as the bug out, but we're going to get that extra little bit of reach on that delicious looking clip point. Second to that is the handle. The handle is 4.6 inches long, and that basically 1/2 inch difference between the bug out. Guys, I don't care what anyone tells you, 1/2 inch absolutely matters. It absolutely matters, and especially on the real estate of a handle. Right there, look at the bird beak. I got plenty of real estate now. I have a deeper guard, so I feel more in control when I'm doing a hard push cut, piercing, whatever I'm doing. I just feel better grip and tactileness on the tagged out every time over the bug out when I hold it in my hand. The bug out is kind of like light and just quick kind of stuff. This I can actually bear down and actually use and feel in better tactile control. Add to that the girth. The bug out is 0.42. The tagged out is 0.49. So thicker all around right there by just a little bit, a little girthier. And it's only gonna cost us 1 ounce more with the G10 version. This thing comes in at 2.8 ounces. The original Grivery version comes in at 1.8 ounces. So 1 ounce more, but I'm getting all this extra real estate, I'm getting all this extra girth, and the rigidity of G10 all day. We don't have the clackiness that you get with the Grivery variants of, regardless if it's the tag out or the bug out, and just the density, that better pop right there with that orange backer. I mean, just all the things flow together for me to make a 99% better experience, still being well under 3 ounces, to carry my gym shorts, to carry in thin, lightweight slacks, you know, whatever it is that I'm doing this summer. This in every way for that extra ounce gives me a 99% better experience. Leave a comment below what you think, regardless if you like the tagged out or bug out better. Now, what about that 1 percentile competitive options, things to consider? Well, it's the price. So the Grivery version, which I would love to see some other color patterns. Man, please give us some other color patterns. Okay, hold it. I got to butt in here. After I filmed this whole video, I was buttoning up a few things, and I was over on DLT Trading, and I saw that coming soon, there is going to be a tagged out Grivery handled version in different color patterns, and it's supposed to have LMAX steel, and it's going to be $210. What? That checks literally just about every box for me of a good value, good steel, and color combinations, and basically removes the 1 percentile issue I had, which is just that value point, you know, 300 for the G10 version, 200 for the current Grivery with 154. So, I mean, I don't know if that's an exclusive to DLT or not, but if that is just a new model they're coming out with, long term, I'm going to totally get my hands on one. That is a phenomenal value, I think, for the materials. But I want to know from you guys, what do you think about LMAX Grivery 210? liking everything about this, but you want even a little more girth. And this is really where I feel like they kind of took inspiration, is the Mini Crooked River S30V. So I like 45 better. Same price, 300 bucks for both of these blades right here. But you're getting a beefier handle, really cool designing. So I mean, if you're looking for like cool factor, the Crooked River is a cooler blade, and still I get tons of real estate, and it's even thicker, not as light. And I believe was really kind of the inspiration for the Tagged Out. They were like, okay, let's make a crooked River, just make it slimmer and like lighter. So that's something, you know, just kind of consider. They do have mini versions of both the Tagged Out and the Bug Out. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't get a mini. Why would you do a mini? You're gonna regret it. You're gonna regret it. The full size is always the way to go. If you have a choice and there's not a legal reason, always go bigger. Always. Name me a reason why you would want to go smaller unless you literally live somewhere where you have to have a 3-inch blade. So with all that said, and I'm gonna have links, guys, throughout the video popping up in the description box below to the affiliate networks I partner with. So if you're interested in any of these variants, I'll have all the blades we're talking about today in there. Along with that, a blade that is just awesome. It's the Giant Mouse Jutland. Now this is a high-vis orange. They do have micarta handled versions as well that do float around in a couple different variants. This is Elemax steel made in Italy by Giant Mouse. Very similar size, profile, style. You're gonna get an eye hole, and let's just see here. You can even do like the back finger flick. Boom, high saber, even a more crazy clip. If you like clip points, man, that thing is so sick. Flipper as well. Doink, G10 or micarta, again, high vis. And then they have some other variants kind of floating around. Wire loop over. It is the heaviest, but man, those handles are so contoured. Liner lock. So, I mean, I like the axis lock better if you're asking me locked. But this thing is $215. $215, you're getting Elemax steel, baby. So that is definitely a great option if you don't mind liner locks, but you'll like the style of the Mini Crooked Rivers and the Tagged Out series. So there you go, 99 reasons why the Tagged Out is the better design than the Bug Out, in my personal opinion. Always appreciate you guys hanging with me. I hope it's been fun, entertaining, and giving you a check in your soul before you pull the trigger on a Bug Out to really consider, is that really the best choice for you, even if you are wanting to cut down on the ounces and carry a pocket knife for the summer. Tagged Out is probably the better choice. Just saying. That's me, my mileage. Leave a comment below. If you have questions, if you have thoughts, always appreciate you guys. And check out the other video. Subscribe if you haven't. Until next time, always remember to stay equipped, stay prepared, and I'll see you out there.